Hare Krishna and welcome to day 6 of our week 1 of the Elemental Reset. Wow, we are almost towards the end. So, up until now, we have been clearing clutter in our outer world. We cleared our drawers, desks, rooms, bathrooms, and we threw away objects. Some of us did, and some of us are still evaluating, and that's okay. So, today, we are going to turn our attention to another form of clutter. We'll be looking inward, the inner clutter. So there are many kinds of clutter, like home clutter, your computer clutter. There are so many old files on your computer. Your mobile phone may have so many forwards and data that is just holding up space and which you're storing, like, this is such a nice quote. Let me save it, but you never go back to it. And in today's time, honestly, it just keeps coming back to you again in some form or the other. So get rid of those clutter as well. Cluttered bags, cluttered purses, but there is also internal clutter. Internal clutter can look like a life that is always busy, a mind that is always occupied in thinking, a schedule that never allows you to rest, in always analyzing, rationalizing, worrying, stressing, talking constantly without truly listening. Yeah, that is also a clutter. And never pausing long enough to hear what is happening inside. So there's one incident I want to share. In fact, not one incident, but every time when you try to chant, silently, sitting with just your beads and listening to the Maha Mantra, it's actually a way where you are releasing the internal clutter. There's so much stress going on in life. There's so many things that may not be working your way. And just that few minutes or a couple of hours of chanting and just listening to Maha Mantra, that's it. That itself helps you clear such a lot of inner clutter that is going on. So today, this subtle clutter, this which is deeply draining us, we are going to address this clutter. So our affirmation for today is I'm safe and centered no matter where I am. I am safe and centered no matter where I am. Okay. I would like to add one more line because Krishna always has my back, doesn't he? So, this affirmation is important because the mind often believes it must stay busy to stay safe. How many of us, like I'm guilty of doing that? I just couldn't tolerate being free. I wanted to be engaged. It's a good thing to be engaged, but it's not so healthy to be busy all the time doing something or the other. Silence should feel comfortable too. It's a good thing to have a good schedule and a good rhythm to manage everything, to have a nice full life, but it's not healthy when you're doing it out of a compulsion that you can't be silent. There is also a place in the rhythm for silence, and that is why we have the night, that is why we have monsoons, that is why we have winter. Imagine if every day of the year was summer, or for those who are not in India, every day of the year, or in the chilly regions of India, every day of the year was only snow packed winter. Would it be nice? Like, you really need the change in the climate. You need days and you need nights. You need the rhythm, right? Silence is also a part of the rhythm. And sometimes silence can be more powerful than the noise or the words or the music that is going on. Yeah. And this affirmation is important because the mind often believes that it must stay busy to be safe. But true safety comes from presence, not from constant mental activity. So I want to share a story with you. The story is called the Zen Tea Cup. There was a businessman who once went to a Zen master and he wanted enlightenment. So the Zen master brought him a cup of tea, and this cup of tea was already like half full. And then he started pouring into it and pouring into it, and it was overspilling and splashing, and the cup was brimming. And the businessman yelled, like, "What's wrong with you? It's already full. Why are you filling more tea in it?" And so, to which the Zen master very calmly replied, "Your mind is like this full cup of tea. It is already full, and until it is emptied, nothing new can enter into it." So, this story, it holds that deep truth that when our minds are full of noise, even wisdom cannot enter. Yeah. So, today's practice is about emptying the cup. So, set aside just 15 to 20 minutes, not more than that. Okay. If you can do more than that, good for you. But at least 15 to 20 minutes, and create a quiet place. Turn off your phone notifications if possible. Sit comfortably and begin with the breath. Just breathe slowly. Like, don't do anything. Choose early morning, choose late night, choose a day or a room where, or for this, go into the toilet and sit, but without the phone. Okay, whatever it takes. Okay, just do this activity today and begin with the breath. So you're going to breathe in slowly and naturally. There's nothing to achieve. No deep breaths, no testing how deep I can breathe, not even like thinking, oh, I can't breathe so peacefully. Oh, why is my mind not coming down? And if there is any thoughts that is arising, and they will, yeah, we have not achieved the Zen yet. So they will, the thoughts will come. And do not encourage. But the true Zen is not that the thoughts don't come. The true Zen is mastering the art of not giving importance to the thoughts and just being able to observe them. So do not argue with your thoughts, do not analyze them. Simply notice a thought has come. Ah, good. Gently return to the breath. This is not about force. Why am I not able to do it? And some of you may not be able to do it. Some of you may have an expectation. So there's no expectation. You're not trying to achieve something here. You're not trying to achieve any kind of enlightenment. You're not trying to achieve anything from this activity. You're only practicing to be able to observe the thoughts as they arise. Not even like pay attention to them. Just notice. Observe is also a little more work. Just notice. Oh, okay. Like when you're walking on the street, you don't sit and observe every person walking. What is this shopkeeper doing? What is that lady purchasing, right? You just, yeah, take note and move on. They're all there. They're all there crowded, but you're focused on your work, right? I've come to buy tomatoes. I'll buy tomatoes and go home. And the only thing you think about maybe is tomatoes. But you don't sit and observe what is she buying or what is he doing. Maybe you'll observe one or two, but not everybody, right? So this is just about allowing and not about force. Yeah. Even in Bhakti Yoga, this practice is like creating space so remembrance can arise naturally. We do not force, oh, I want to remember Krishna, I want to remember Krishna. We make ourselves available for it. Like if the memory is coming, if Krishna is coming in my mind, I want to think about him. Yeah. So we're making that space empty. That's what we're doing when we're chanting, right? So if sitting feels difficult, you may also support this practice by listening to music, no words, okay? No songs. I'm talking about wordless music, just some melody or some tune that really calms you, meditative music. Avoid it if possible. If you really can't do the exercise, this is just an option I'm giving you, because for the music, then you will take your phone and spend some time finding a good music. There's a lot of work involved in there. So, reading a short, inspiring passage or poem and taking a slow, quiet walk, just walk and just observe, and sitting in nature and observing the air. And you know what? If the mind is still busy, let me give you an exercise. Very slowly, look around in your house and count everything that is blue in color. Okay, so one, two, how many? You don't have to tell me what, just count them, how many blue colored objects you have. And you might notice a cobweb here and there or a little dust here and there, just ignore them. So that's level one, ignoring practice. And once you've done with everything that's blue, take a moment to notice and count all things that are green in color. And once you've done that, then take a moment to notice all the things that are red in color. Yeah. Then take a moment and notice all the things that are yellow in color, orange in color, brown in color, gray in color, black in color, and lastly, white in color. Just observe them, just count them. Okay. So I have blue things, 7 blue things in my room. I have 100, I have actually a lot of colorful room behind me. I've hidden it with the darkness behind me so that you don't see my yarn khazana that I have. Okay. So the key today is listening. The key today is just noticing and not speaking, not putting any meaning to it. Notice how often the mind will want to fill the silence. That's a very important thing to note. And notice the discomfort, if any, it comes up, and just allow it. Allow yourself to be uncomfortable with the silence today. Yeah. And you may realize that much of what feels urgent is really not. You may feel that resistance, boredom, restlessness. This is simply the mind adjusting. It's so used to thinking and being busy and worrying and stressing. And if nothing, we doom scroll or we watch some series or web series. Like, I have to watch something. I need that noise in the background. Yeah. We so much want that noise all around us. It's only because we are not comfortable facing the silence. We're not comfortable facing ourselves. So today we're allowing ourselves to be ourselves. Be kind. Okay. You don't have to rush it. And today is not about any deep insight. I'm not going to ask you what was your insight. It's just about space. When the cup is empty, grace will pour in naturally. And thank you for walking this journey with me with sincerity. You like I always mention, the worksheet is shared on the WhatsApp group. And if you're still not part of it, and if you're following it through YouTube, there's a link in the description box that you can fill the form and join our group. It's absolutely free of cost. It's just a service on behalf of Healing Grace, and it's a New Year service, just extending the grace that I have received from my mentors. Thank you so much for being with me and encouraging me to do this. Hare Krishna.